Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Trevor Pope. This afternoon, I'm going to walk through how to create a diamond outline using CSS. So the basis for diamonds, like many shapes, is a triangle. So to understand how we get to the triangle, I'll start with um, the principles of how you generate triangles using CSS. The underlying principle is a triangle, as you can see, is in the borders of this box that I set up. I created two div classes, one called diamond, one called inner diamond. And within the diamond class set, I created this box 50 pixels by 50 pixels and gave it a border width of 100. So you can see that shape around that border. So the idea behind a triangle is to isolate one of these borders. And you do that and you get the triangle shape by giving it a zero height box in the middle. That's 50 by 50. Well, if we take that 5 off there and give it a 0, it's now a 0 height box, or 0 height and width box. So now we've just got this border, and you can see our nice triangle shape there. What I want to do to create a diamond, though, is I want to isolate this bottom border, and so we don't see that. So right now I've got a border property of 100 pixels solid, and I've got the border top styled so you can see that variation, but I'm going to get rid of that top border because all I want is the bottom one. And what I want to do then is simply hide those other three borders. And you do that through the transparent property, or the transparent character for the border. So by hiding those three, I'm now just left with that bottom border. But I also wanted a slightly elongated diamond, not a symmetrical or not a perfectly square one. So all I'm going to do is create a slightly thicker bottom border. And I'm going to do that by giving it 150 pixels. So if you were to turn the other borders back on, you would see that they're still 100, because what I've done in my code is I've given the general border its properties, but I'm going to just do the bottom border at 150. And I've given it a position, an absolute position of 50 by 50, just to bring it out into the screen a little bit. So now that I've got my top of my diamond, how you get your bottom is simply giving it, creating another triangle using the after pseudo class, and giving it an empty content property so it knows there's nothing else there. And you'll see that it's given me a similar triangle. Now, the trouble is, well, it's the same shape. I want it to be reverse of that. Well, if you recall in my first triangle, I styled the bottom border. Now all I need to do is style the top border. And it reverses that triangle for you. Now it's not in the right position, but that's easy enough to figure out. We just have to align everything to the right positioning. So I need to move it more to the left, and we've now got a diamond. So, but I want to take this one step further, and I just want to show the diamond outline. So all I would do for that is I'm going to copy all this code here, and I'm going to paste it. And you'll notice that I had created an inner diamond class. So I'm going to give my inner diamond call out. I've got my content. However, nothing's changed up here because I've got the exact same size triangles going on. So what I want to do is I want to shrink that inner triangle slightly, and I'm going to shrink it by 10 pixels on the borders there, and I'm going to shrink it by 15 on the bottom border. And I'm going to give it a different color so we can see what's going on. I'm going to give it a pink color. So you can see now our inner triangle is smaller, but it's also shifted. So again, like the other one, all we have to do is reposition it relative to the other one. So I've got now the top sorted, or the bottom sorted in relation to the same bottom of the first triangle, because I don't want a border through the middle, so I wanted to align those two bottoms. And I'm going to adjust the left a little bit. I got to move it to the right, and 60 is the right number there. So there's my top triangle. Now my bottom one, same thing. I'm going to give it the same characteristics, 90, 135. I'm going to give it another color again so I can see what's going on. My top, however, I just need to bump back a little bit. 135 to bring that up to that same edge, and I need to move it over a little bit. And there you'll see my diamond in a diamond. Now to make it look like just a pure border or an outline, I'm going to give it my white background or white color, and I am now left with that diamond shape outline.